I cannot believe I'm about to admit this, but the F-14D actually is not as bad as I thought it would be. Before we dive into this video, I'd appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and subscribed. Only 12% of my current viewers are subscribed. This is way better than the 8% that we had towards the start of the summer, and it's getting really close to that 15% goal I had. So the F-14D Tomcat, when I last got a look at it, because I've been gone on a trip for the past 3 weeks, was on the dev server with the AIM-9L, the AIM-7M, and just normal Phoenixes, and it seemed like it was going to be a complete letdown. Gaijin hadn't given it the AIM-9M, they were not going to be giving it the AIM-120, and they were not giving it a tech tree variant. And Gaijin has come out and kind of fixed some of those issues. Now, one, they did the absolute right thing and gave it the AIM-9M. This allows it to have a highly capable IR air-to-air missile. That has always been one of the bigger letdowns with the F-14. It just always seems to kind of have the step down when it comes to missiles for IR capabilities. Now, they went ahead and also added the AIM-54C+. I'm going to be completely honest, I have not looked a lot into the stat cards or the new, Gaijin added a couple new features for looking at how missiles perform. I just normally play with something and then just go off how it feels, and it feels like an AIM-54C but a little bit better. Gaijin also made a lot of missile changes on how the drag system worked, and they changed the Phoenix a lot, so I really couldn't tell you, to be completely honest, how much of this missile is different from the AIM-54C. If someone knows, let me know in the comments what like the official change is. I'm assuming it's going to be something related to Seeker Head, like the AIM-120B to the A. It can be very confusing sometimes when Gaijin doesn't really lay out a lot of changes. As far as I'm aware, the AIM-54C plus, as what the F-14D has, is supposed to be the ECCM variant, which was essentially, as far as I was aware when doing my own research several weeks ago for a different video, was just a smokeless, heavily upgraded Phoenix missile. So it had the countermeasure capability to actually counter electronic countermeasures, had the improved seeker, and then had the smokeless engine. So I'm not too sure how the plus what the changes are to that. I didn't really notice if it was smokeless or not, to be completely honest. So those were the kind of the big things with the F-14D, was the lack of the AMRAAM, because it was an aircraft that was kind of, had everything to carry it, and then the lack of the AIM-9M, and Gaijin went ahead and gave it the AIM-9M, and they did go ahead and add this air quote upgraded Phoenix. Now, the other issue I was going to have with the F-14D when I saw it was going to be a premium was, what do you buy? Do you buy the F-4S? Do you buy the F-18C? Do you buy the F-14D? And I think it really is still going to come down to the player, but the F-14D has already become one of my favorite, aircraft to point to use as a grinding vehicle, because unlike the Hornet, which a lot of players, the number one complaint about the F-18C early is, one, lack of Fox 3s, which now there's a premium in the US that has Fox 3s. Granted, not the AMRAAM players thought it was going to be, but the Phoenix, it's okay. And two, the lack of speed. The F-14D fixes both of those issues. This gives Gaijin a top-tier US premium that has access to active radar homing missiles, and it isn't just a sub-Mach 1.20 aircraft that bleeds all of its speed in one turn. This is an aircraft highly capable of high Mach 1, combat, and you'll hit that when you're shooting off your Phoenix missiles. And then it still doesn't necessarily throw away that much dogfighting capability. An F-14 that has its wings out, that isn't on full fuel, that doesn't, have an hour of fuel on board the platform, can dogfight with the Hornet. It just isn't going to be an aircraft that can maybe out AOA a Hornet in a one-turn and a high-F boresight fight, but you're not really competing in a situation where high-F boresight is going to be super dangerous. Realistically speaking, in a guns-only dogfight, an F-14D should be able to out-energy an F-18, especially if it's an inexperienced premium player like you normally see at this battle rating. So for, realistically stating, the F-14D is absolutely a premium if you're looking to grind the US tech tree with. That should be on your to-get list. I'm having a lot of fun with the aircraft. I think Gaijin actually, for the most part, the only issue I have with it now at all is the fact that there is not a tech tree, and that the last F-14 variant is hidden behind a paywall. Now, I do want to know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you guys think this is an aircraft that's worth spending the $80 price tag for it? Do you guys think it's going to be an aircraft Gaijin will keep around on the War Thunder store for a long time? I've noticed a trend recently where there's been a lot of vehicles, not normally, I've never seen it for the US or USSR, where a new vehicle comes on, no one really buys that much of it. With everything going on with Gaijin right now, I would not be surprised if the F-14D sales are not as ideal as they want it to be. Do you guys think there's a chance they take it off the store in, 6 months? Personally, I'd imagine it stays around for a long time. I just want to know what your thoughts are. I figured that would be interesting because, with everything that's been going on in the War Thunder community, it really would not be that surprising if the sales for the F-14D are not what they're used to seeing, like when they released the F-18C early or the F-4S. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see for vehicles that are in this new update. I'm kind of just going through playing things. I just flew in from California last night, so just getting back into the feel for everything. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Bear with me. It's going to be a hard couple weeks here getting back into the grind of things, but it should be okay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.